Today we're going to be drawing a hawk. You're going to need a pencil. Write your name and class code on the back. Also include your teacher's name. We're going to start in the upper middle portion of our paper, and we're going to start with the head of our hawk. It's going to be a rounded shape, almost like a rounded hill. I start super lightly until I like the way the shape is forming. It's always easier to erase if you draw lightly. It's almost like a hook shape, and then I'm going to have that go straight in and then at a slight diagonal. That's like the eyebrow and then where the eye will go. So it goes straight in and then at a slight diagonal. I'm going to start making the hook part of our beak. It does not go out too far. It sort of just slightly goes down and turns. You're going to want a pretty nice point as you begin to come back up. I'm going to come up, and then about midway through, I'm going to start going over. I'm going to start drawing that eyeball right under that brow shape. It is going to be a circular shape. I'm going to curve the top part of where that beak goes from where the other side of the brow is. Now I'm going to go around. It's almost like lips that go around. However, it's just the beak that goes around the mouth where it opens. As you get towards the bottom, it is a little bit thicker. You will have one area towards the bottom, depending on the type of hawk, can be darker. If you want to add that line, you can, but all of them will need a nostril. Since we can only see one side of the head, you only need one nostril shape. I have it pointed towards the top and a little more circular at the bottom. For the eye, the one side going in towards the beak has a little bit of a point to help define that shape, and then for its pupil, I'm going to do more of an oval shape than a circle. I'm going to leave a small space for a glimmer, and then I'm adding another spot for a glimmer for when I add my Sharpie later. Along the brow line, you are going to carefully draw or flick some little hair pieces. First go up and then go out. I'm just adding more details around that eye. And now I'm going to begin to start shaping my head. Because it is a bird, it will have pieces that are coming off. So I'm letting some sort of zigzag off that initial shape. Down towards the end of the beak, I'm going to have my line curve out and then come back in. This will be for where my neck and my chest will meet. I'm just adding some little zigzag pieces for where the feathers go on the head of the bird. These do not have to be perfect or in exact spaces. Just note the direction they are going. So around the head, they go with the shape around, and then as you get towards the chest, they go down. I'm going to add my line for my wings, and I'm going to let it go all the way to the bottom of my page because my bird will be going off the page. You'll notice where I darken because I will really see that line later, and now I'm adding the space for my chest. When you go in for the feathers, they're going to be like a U shape, and it's okay that I'm not drawing every single feather. This just gives the illusion of where the feathers would be. And I'm going to draw some more line shapes for where the chest is. Once you finish with the pencil, you can grab a Sharpie and a messy mat. You will begin going over top of all of your pencil lines. It does not matter which space you begin with. I like to start with my head because that's where I began as I was drawing. As I get to the eye, that is where more things will be colored in and or shaded. So I'm going to go around that pupil and that inner part, that glimmer, and I color the rest of the pupil in. As I do my lines inside the eye, I sort of just avoid that space I left for that other glimmer. There you have your eye. Now you can continue going over the rest of your pencil lines. Once you finish, don't forget to erase anything left. There you have your hawk.